With Big Ben to my left and the London Eye behind, I'm chasing money every day, every night. This figure's still a scaffolding. I'm chasing money all over London, once again, with 6 figures outstanding and right under pressure from multiple clients. My name's Joe, we are Seller Scaffolding, and this is episode 63. So another very, very busy week. Obviously, we're trying to get wrapped up on this Whitehall Court project. There's a lot to do there. We've been pulled off for a couple of weeks because of engineers, but we finally got the first design back now so we can get the snagging complete, which means we can then get the stonemasons on Thursday, but we have to have everything wrapped up today. The client is on us and we're under a lot of pressure, as always. And yeah, we are now massively overrun on this project. The design is going to be back for the scaffold at the top of the spires, the 3 highest points of the building. Once we're up there, the project will then become officially the highest project we've ever completed. And yeah, we're hopefully going to get that design back this week so we can then get the scaffold wrapped up next week, which means hopefully by the middle of next week, everything is then done and complete. The system itself has been absolutely brilliant, but the logistics have absolutely killed us on this one. We've then had to wait for the engineers' designs, and it's just been a bit of a nightmare, to be honest. I'm on the way up there now. We've got an awful lot to do, but before all of that, I'm going to take you back to yesterday. Why can't people just pay their bills on time? This whole industry is full of people that can't pay their bills. It is absolutely rife through the whole industry, and it is just horrendous. I do not know what is wrong with people, but people can't pay their bills, and it is starting to drive me mad. I'm not going to put anyone on blast. I'm not going to call out companies that can't pay their bills, but it drives me insane. You get these stupid QSs, you get these applications put in place, you get all these payment terms put in, you get your application in by the 19th, then it's 45 days from the last day of the month. It comes to it, and the day they're meant to pay, Sharon's not in the office, Sharon's on leave, then the financial director's not there, he's away, he's got a christening for his 4th child that he's never even had, and like, you just hear these pathetic excuses all the time from people that can't pay their bills, and it drives me insane. And they've got the cheek to push these jobs through to make sure that everything's done on time and do what you're supposed to do, and people can't pay their bills, you know, and they have these ridiculous payment terms that they can't even stick to in these poxy little contracts that aren't worth a penny. And it's just, the whole industry is just stuck full of people that can't pay their bills on time, and it drives me insane. Anyway, enough moaning. I've just got back to the yard. There's a lorry pulling up right next to me now that's got a load of layer on for Whitehall Court. We're obviously back there tomorrow, and hopefully we're going to get the snagging done and complete, then we can get the stone boys in there, and then we should get our final design back hopefully this Thursday for us to see what we can actually do up the top. Busy day ahead. To be honest, where we've had so many days we've overrun here, we did have the TM boys in there the whole time, but we're overspending on doing so. So I've now cut them back. Obviously, we're going to have to just be careful. The majority of the material is up there anyway. But yeah, it's just a case of getting everything up, getting it in, and getting these snagging bits done. What I've said to the boys, annoyingly, they've not got their walkie-talkies, which is very annoying. But what I've said is, ideally, you'd have a man on the phone and just shout through to the boys exactly what they need, because otherwise they're going to get all this material in there. I don't think the load list has been done exactly tight anyway from the guys from Laird that were out here yesterday, so we've just got to make sure that everything that goes in is what we needed, so we're not just double handling things. Kieran, what's your plan, bro? Start from the top and work down? Yeah. All right. So basically, what has Sean prepped you on this or not? No. Not at all? No, they want it close to the wall. Yeah, so basically, we need to get it so the stonemason can start on Thursday. So knowing them walkie-talkies have been forgotten, to be honest, because you need them because you can shout down to your man there. But you have to do it on the phone. You keep changing lorry all the time. You just need to stick to the same lorry. Well, it's not a lot to sort, is it? It's walkie-talkies. So what are you going to do? Are you going to call through to the boys and see what you need when you're up there? Yeah, all right. Sound. So yeah, just have a sort out now. We're going to get up there, see what the crack is. We'll jump up there, get you up there with the boys as well. But there's a lot to do here, and it's just annoying because all these things should be sorted out. I'm trying to get the company more and more systemised, but just little things aren't being managed the way they should be. And yeah, obviously there's a knock-on effect to this. And listen, do I care? Should I be putting this on camera? I don't know, but it's YouTube, and I said from the start that we would show everything. And we're under pressure here. Obviously, I'm getting peppered by the client. I'm getting, you know, pressure. They need to get done. And to be honest, there's not a lot to sort out. It's just tiny little things that aren't being sorted out that should be. And, you know, I've got, you know, we're not really that busy at the minute. I'd say we're very steady. These things should be so easily sorted out. They're not being sorted out. And I'm getting the brunt of it, which is fine. I'm the director. That's no problem. And, you know, it's what we're here to do as a director. You take things, you take the rough, you take the smooth. But, you know, I'm investing in an office. I've got staff that should be doing these things, that should be being, you know, managed and run. And that, as it stands at the minute, they're not been. And if I'm honest, for the last couple of weeks, they haven't been either. So, yeah, I think there's a rocket en route. And, yeah, listen, we've got a lot to do, a lot to sort out. We're going to jump up there with the boys, see what the crack is. And, yeah, hopefully we can get this wrapped up, get the men on site. I'm chasing money as well, left, right and centre, and there's an awful lot to be done.
And then 4 decks, and then we measure the little decks and you can send them up.
I know, I thought that, mate.
Right, sweet.
I know. Do I need to get you a Stanley?
That's fine.
The boys are breaking off the debris netting to ensure we are able to get material from the lifting system in to the lift for the stonemasons starting on Thursday. How much closer do they want to get? Is it one inside board we need to get?
Well, you can only get one inside board in there.
Yeah.
Like, if you're going
one deck.
No, you won't get 2 in there.
No, just
so you'll get 1 in there, but then there's a gap still. You can't get handmade in there.
The thing is, for the stonemason, he needs a gap, but then they're saying for the painter, he needs to get as close as possible. You're never going to get it fit for all trades, are you? That's what I was saying to them yesterday.
Like, all right, there's a gap here, but yeah, 1 more board here, perfect.
Yeah.
Same on the lift below.
Yeah. But I've also got the stonemason's number, so we could speak to him and check he's happy.
He was a nice fellow when I was here with him.
He was good as gold, mate.
I'm going to have a look at the next lift now and tell them to get that ready. It's pretty much the same all the way down.
Yeah, I think the next 3 lifts are the same, bro. And in Kieran, what they've said, they wanted to leave on some of them the handrails in and they're going to take them out themselves.
Yep, cool.
I got you, Drew. You good? Boys, just working through a lift at a time. You can see there the gap on the inside. We're working to close that up to get them closer to the building. This lift here was due to be snagged anyway, but it is very hot and we are right up against it, as always, trying to get this done. I've got no chewing gum, I feel naked. Matt Mason.
Yeah. You all right, bro? Same again for the next lift, please, yeah? And that next basket.
I just want to check. So we're up on that top lift, you know the first one you're starting on, yeah? I just want to check you're happy. That's that inside deck that's gone in. You got that off the wall. I just want to check you're happy with that now. Hold on, mate, let me call you. 2 secs. Hold on. Sorry, mate, that was lagging a bit, but go on, I'm with you. While Matt is happy with the distance off the building, there is now an issue. He has advised he needs to get power onto the roof level, but as of yet, until we have the design back for the access to the 3 cupolas, there is no safe way of getting onto the roof.
My box is on the roof where there's no scaffold. I need to be able to throw a hose and a lead coming out of my box, so it's going to be left on the roof, away from the scaffold. Obviously down the building. So at the moment, there's no way of doing that. So if you're on the end of the left-hand side of that scaffold.
Yeah, we're here now, yeah.
You can see the roof. That roof over in the left-hand corner is where I'm plugging my box in, and I need to run a lead away from that and get it over the scaffold, obviously, and down to the bottom gantry where my machine's going to be.
Kieran, my loopy foreman, he's basically saying if he had to, he'd just trot along the little ledge for you.
Listen, I'm going to be there Thursday anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, fine. We'll be here.
I'll bring the nursery reel clip on and just walk out there.
So Matt's the guy who's the stonemason. He's got to get power to his pressure washer to that box over there, as you can see. But obviously the issue we've got is there's no access right directly from the roof straight over to there. But what Kieran said is if Matt takes his box up through the building, what Kieran's going to do is clip on with an inertia reel along the edge of this here, and he's going to plug it in there. Obviously he's going to be clipped on, he's going to be harnessed up as always, as they are now in their new leeches harnesses, and then they're going to be clipped on with the inertia reel, and he's going to run along the ledge, clip it in, and then just like that, Matt will have power. So yeah, we've got to make sure that these bits here are exactly as Matt needs it. I've just called him now to check he's happy. We've got the same thing here to do on the next 2 lifts below, and then once you get to the next bits, things change as well. So there's lots of snagging to do. For those that don't know, the snagging is basically tidying up and completing the lifts. We're also going to have a little bit of excess material which will go down as well as we're completing the lifts. And yeah, we've just got to make sure that we get this done in very good time. I'm also chasing money left, right and centre as well. So lots of things I've got to deal with, but I'm just here with the boys. We're also a man down as Tyler cut his hand yesterday. And yeah, we're men down and we've got an awful lot to do.
Thanks, yeah?
Well, just bring me up 4 screws, bro, and 2 decks, yeah?
Okay. Alright, sweet.
The hoist is ready to go down when you're ready. He's switched on that. He is switched on. Here you go.
The boys are now installing lap boards which sit on top of the decks and will be screwed in on either end to ensure that any angled gaps between the scaffold and the building are closed up fully to make sure that no one is able to lose a leg.
Yep. Touch more.
That's all well
Yep.
written, boy. Cool. So just infill the middle again, yeah? Sweet.
Ah, my spanner.
Proper scat. First deck going in. Can I borrow you again?
So on this elevation here, we've just dropped in inside board brackets which sit on the inside legs, then able to sit the decks on to make sure we can get that gap closed up between the scaffold and the windows. We have to make sure that this first lot of snagging is complete to ensure we are on track for the stonemason mat getting on the scaffold on Thursday.
Another board in there. It's 4. Yeah, it's going to start. Have you not got to spur it up or?
They were saying about another half.
Another half deck in there?
Yeah.
Have we got the brackets to get 4 boards? Should we get them 2 lap decks on quickly so you can see the lap decks?
He's going to have to send them up.
2 lap decks.
Yeah.
He's ringing it.
No, I'm ringing him.
He's ringing it.
No, yo, 2 lap decks, please, and 4 more red screws.
So basically, mate, this is going to lift above it. Yeah. That's fine, isn't it? Yeah. Although the client has advised that the lift above is perfect, he has also said he needs to get in between the windows and we need to try and find a way that we can get access in there. Might be worth ringing Gary.
Yeah. Definitely.
FaceTime him.
Yeah. Drew, can you just ring one of them and ask them to send my phone up? But then that's 4 decks.
And surely you're more wide on the inside than you're on the outside.
On the outside, yeah. No.
Gary, hello mate. Hello mate, I'm up. Yeah, good mate. So I'm up here now. So the top lift that we're starting on is fine. That's all good there. This one here where the windows are, what was the, I mean, Lucas, did we say we're going to get 1.5 in here?
Yeah, so what you're going to do is you're going to put a half in, and then put one on the front where the white where to your left.
Let me call him. Yeah, go on mate, sorry, the signal's rubbish there.
Yeah. So where the window was, where the bracket comes to the window, you're going to put a full board on, and then we're going to try and squeeze a half board in, won't we, on the right.
Yeah.
That makes sense. You ain't got all them half-board brackets yet, though, have you? I'm trying to get them in.
No.
That was the only thing that they haven't got.
Gary, he's Kieran.
Oh, you Keith?
How you doing, mate? You all right? So when you see, obviously we took the inside handrail out, we slipped that single board bracket on, but then obviously to get another board in there, what do we clip onto that bracket, or do we have to take it off, run ledges in, and put sliders in for the windows?
You ain't going to close board it right up.
No, I know, yeah.
You've got to think of your bays. If you put if you want to get to the middle of the window exactly, then you've got to get the sliders and then backfill and plate where you can. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
If you imagine
Can you get sliders in there?
standing in the middle of a window, but you want to fill that window's head. You can't do 2 bays because you can't get them in, so you've got to put a slider in and a full set of boards
Yeah.
that'll go in.
and then make the sides up.
Will sliders get 2 decks?
Yeah,
They will.
sliders get 2 decks. Yeah. So then, obviously, when we come to put in, we've got 2 inside boards. Yeah. And then we put the extra bracket on. Then where does my half bracket sit now? Then to get the half board in.
You can't do 1.5 on front of the 2. You can only do 1.
You can only do 1.
Yeah.
So I can't get a half board in here then.
If you want to put a half board like that, you've got to change it to a 3-board bracket, and then go off on that, and you won't get them in key, I don't think.
How big are the
half deck's 190 mil?
190 mil.
You won't get it in.
190 mil. You've got that gap there that you'd lose. You would get them in, Gary.
What I'm trying to say is they don't do a 3-board slider, you won't get it in, right?
No, but do they do 3 inside board brackets?
They do 3, you've got them on site. You've got some under the where the loading bay is down at the bottom.
Do you want me, let me ring it quick.
Alright, let me have a look down there.
You might need some more of them though, because you ain't got loads. If you do need more, I think there's about 4 down there or 6.
Right, mate, listen, it is what it is. I'll crack on, and if I get a problem, I'll bail you. 3 inside board bracket, you'd lose this gap, so your decks would sit here, and then you're saying a half deck's 190. You got 230.
You'd have got it perfectly. Yeah. The crucial deadline to meet, we have just discovered that the components we've had sent out to site are not fit for purpose. This now puts us under an awful lot of pressure, and the deadline is now looking like it's not going to be achieved. This is a nightmare, isn't it?
It is if they need to get right in it, yeah.
I mean, what can we get to close up that in there? Is that one of them sliders?
A little deck, yeah. We'll take that out, put a ledger in, put a slider in, and you can put a little board in here, a deck in here.
Yeah.
A metre deck.
The lift below is going to be the same as this one as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
The window.
And then you'll have to do a metre deck that into
and then it changes again. So remember, this lift and the bottom lift are the same. Why can't it always be like this?
Obviously, once you get your half deck in there, you're going to be a little bit closer.
Yeah.
So that angle will be a lot. There won't be a big, because if we come across here like that,
yeah,
you'll still have a big gap there. But when you're going to have another half deck in there,
yeah,
that'll cut your angle right down, won't it?
While I send the list back to the supplier of what we need to complete that lift, the boys quickly clear it, and then we are on to the lift below.
Oh, 2 inches out.
2 inches?
2 inches from getting 2 decks in there. You probably get them there, that sits in there, look, it's just that bit, isn't it?
Lucas, how's that for you there, look? See the end of that tape?
How much is from that one plus the gap?
2 inches out.
The gap. Plus the gap.
23, 25. Even with an extra half deck, your 3 inside boards and a half deck, you still saying it's too far away. Lucas is saying we got to get right into the windows as far as we can. Gary was like, you won't get 3 inside board brackets in there with then a half deck bracket. Yeah, you will.
Right. So
basically, what we need on some of these gaps, we need the 3 inside board brackets and then the half deck bracket to go on it.
There's nothing we can use to sit on these balconies and then just adapt as we come down.
It's not lots of weight. It's just for the window.
I'll tell you what there is actually, isn't there? But then you're overloading the inside again. Another inside board bracket onto these standards here. I'll be honest, it's embarrassing.
Why don't we just make it for a couple of lifts?
Open that netting, I'll give you full permission to pick me up by the ankles. Just
throw you over the edge. We make good content.
Lucas, I'll do it in tube and fitting, yeah? I'll give you a little lift like you said off here. Yeah?
Leave it on that.
Yeah. I'll put a little board on there, put tube on top of the board. Yeah. Are you happy with that, yeah?
I'm happy with that,
yeah. Right, do you want a list for that, bro?
Look, and then, if we have to remove and we leave the handrail in place,
yeah, what do you do?
When the mason guy is doing repairs and stuff, I can remove them.
Yeah, yeah.
I have chippy. If you're happy with that, then I can remove
If you're happy with that?
I'm happy to remove.
Right, tube and fitting here, we got that list. Let's go, Dan.
So we're now having to take matters into our own hands and use tube and fitting, as it's the only way that we see we're going to be able to get these corners in completely. Without someone who's experienced at using this system on this type of project, it's proving to be an absolute disaster.
Drew,
Yo.
Come and smack this slider along.
That's as far as I can go.
Back round.
What to me? That's stone, stopping it.
And then you put a meter deck in there, you got a 300 gap. You're gonna have to put another slider in, bring it across, isn't it? And then lap it.
And then lap that.
Lap what? No, because you're gonna bring. No, that gap will be alright. You bring that slider right up to there. This gap's right here.
That's on the money, isn't it? Well done, Toasty. Right, and then a little lappy. The boys are on lunch. I've just had mine. We're working through the snagging here. Obviously, ideally, like we've said already, you would be doing this as the job is going up. But the problem we've had is you're relying on the logistics of where the material's coming from, sending everything out. And one thing I want to put on there, that one thing I need to say that I need to be careful with, is obviously something like this, where we're not used to the system, and obviously the logistics side is so important, that's where we've been caught out a little bit. But that said, they've been absolutely spot on commercially, they've been really good to deal with. They're very supportive in what we're trying to do, but there's just been there's just been issues that, like, to be honest, if I look at it now, I reckon we're probably, if we'd done this at a tube and fitting, we'd be done by now. And it's just it's just frustrating in terms of like, it's just frustrating. But listen, it's no one's fault. It's just there's been a lot of logistics. Obviously, there was no drawings. One of the main things as well, in fairness to everyone, is there's no drawings for these buildings. They're all such old buildings. This job should have absolutely flown up, made amazing content for one, made the client very happy, most importantly, and obviously made us some good money. But like we have definitely done more on this than I'd have liked to. Days on site add up, and when you got traffic management in place, you got outside haulage, and you're using more lorries than you'd allowed for. There's all these sorts of things that add up.
What the client's come back to us and said is the scaffold's a little bit too far away from the building. So what we're going to do, we've got a component that comes up, the inside handrail to go. And basically, what we do, we slot another bracket over there, and it allows you to fix another inside boarding. So we'll end up with 3 inside boards to close the gap down, and then to cover that little gap, I'll just put a little lap board over the corner.
Can you hold
that? Huh? Yeah, I got you. I got you.
With us fueled and fed, we are finally back up on the scaffold. The boys completing the lift that it looks like we have the right components for. And all is going well until...
Ow, 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 ow. Oh! I've got so many things sticking off them to hurt you, it's unbelievable. My shin's throbbing.
Have we got any more red bolts though? Let me have a look.
Right, so. I am Kieran Sheeran. But do you know what I'm going to do? Tube and fitting. 10-foot boards. Yeah?
Yeah, you still got to take these out though, swap them for ledger, aren't you? So you can get the...
Well, it's come with the standards.
What, one standard
there? Yeah, one standard there. Run a ledger through.
Or just come off the back and sit it on the board there, pack it up.
Yeah, do that.
Due to not having the right components being brought to site, we have tried to make as much ground as possible. However, we have now sent a list back to the supplier and are awaiting confirmation that everything is in their depot for us to collect and complete tomorrow in order to get the stonemason started on site. It's about 2:20 now. I've sent the boys to layout. I've still not had confirmation yet they've actually got the components there we need, but their depot is in Letchworth, which is about an hour and a half from here. So if we wait for the nod before we actually go there, by the time they give us the green light, it may actually be too late, and we have to have these bits today to make sure we can have it wrapped up tomorrow to get the stonemason started. And yeah, that is kind of our saving grace. Just said to the boys, listen, let's just get over there anyway, and hopefully we get a nod very soon to say that all components are there and we can get wrapped up tomorrow. So fingers crossed. We're also going to be going off very shortly to the boys in Watford, because they're going to be wrapping up a commercial solar project, and yeah, there's quite a steep pitch roof on there, so we're going to see how they can attack that. But yeah, hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll get an update very, very shortly and get a green light to say that everything that we need is in layer, because it is absolutely crucial. Still had no update as of yet from layer. It is now 3:15. And I'm just praying that the boys can get there and get everything done. I've now promised the client that everything is going to be finished tomorrow, and I'm praying that when the boys get there, all components are in layers yard and we can get what we need to get done. But I've not had any update as of yet, so yeah, I'm still praying, hoping we get a positive update. We just pulled up, the boys are up here getting set up now. Site manager's over there just going through some bits with the boys. I've told the client as a little favour, which helped him get this lorry unloaded, so Ash is doing so now. He's in the forks over here. Basically what we're going to do is all the solar panels are going to go over here, and then once we are off, which should be today, client is going to use the telehandler to get everything loaded up via the loading bay. So all materials will go up here. That's for all the solar panels to go along this big old roof, and then pedestrian access for people that are working is going to be up this hacky, which the boys put up on day one. As I'm making my way up the hacky, I get a call from the main client at Whitehall Court, who has advised that he is not happy.
All the wrong bits again, Joe.
Oh, please don't tell me he's done that.
He has, bro. I'm not even lying to you, bro. Let me FaceTime you quickly, Joe. So, the harp's in, that's good. They haven't, this standard, look, that half-bore bracket don't sit down.
Oh my God.
He wants us to try and leave this standard in here, because they haven't set the half-metre standards, but this don't work anyway. Mate,
Kieran, we're going to have to come back to that. Can you just jump down to Aaron, because he's saying that, I don't know if the lift he's on isn't complete, but he's saying a load of it's no good and the job's driving me insane.
Right, we're trying to rush the programme here because you're behind, yeah? And it ain't going to help us, is it? Let's just take control. I know you lot work fast, but I can't see it. If you do this, I'll be amazed.
There's a couple of lifts to snag what we're snagging.
There's 4 lifts to do, isn't there, to snag?
Now we're going to have to make it work physically on site.
Yeah.
No, 100%, of course, that's the most important thing, always.
So,
look, what I think, Joe, is I reckon I'm going to leave you out here for the rest of the week. Yeah, so that you can sort it out. Lucas will be here. Maybe Lucas walks the scaffold at the end of each day and says, like, I pick this up, I pick that up.
But what I'm going to do, I'm going to go down lift by lift. Once I complete a lift, he can come up, check it.
It's a major delay. We've had days off there waiting on the engineers.
Work out what you've got to do to get it to a level that is acceptable. Give me a realistic programme. We need to be realistic, and I think we should be looking at a closed out date for you to be off site by Friday next week.
Jesus Christ. This job's become a nightmare. And they've sent the wrong stuff out again.
Yeah.
Client's gone out and the spec has had to change. They need all the gaps in the windows infilled. And we've also been sent out the wrong stuff again. This job's absolutely hammering us, to be honest. Absolutely hammering us. You're so reliant on logistics being spot on, and again, we've been sent out the wrong stuff. So separate to all the dramas going on there, I'm back up here on this roof now. The hacky is in, looking nice and smart. The loading bay as well, for them to get all their materials up, is in. There's just another handrail to go on this and a tow board, which will go here, and obviously the tow board just makes sure that no materials can fall off. There's a bottom handrail to go in here as well. The boys will have that snagged and complete today. Up on the roof, which is super steep. Got a small access in here. Got the tunes blaring. And as you can see, the roof is ridiculously steep. So the boys have got the nurture reels and they're getting this edge in now, and yeah, how the solar guys are going to fit these panels on here, I do not know, because that pitch is absolutely ridiculous. Mental pitch. You can see it's even almost dangerous just walking down it. I don't think the camera actually does justice just how much of a pitch this is. So yeah, the pitch on this roof is absolutely ridiculous. Jakey, what's your thoughts, bro?
Horrendous, bro.
Horrendous? How's your legs?
Cool, bro.
So you can see the boys are hooked on here. And then the inertia reels.
If you go too far, too fast, should jolt.
Like a seatbelt. And that's obviously locked into his harness and make sure that he's nice and safe working on this ridiculous pitch. It's definitely the spongiest roof I've ever walked on in my life. It feels like tin foil on top of a mattress. But you could, yeah, the boys are saying it was roasting here yesterday with the heat, burning through their feet. But as always, they're absolutely flying through it, making light work of it, because that is what these boys do. Just got this last little bit to go in along here. The tube is coming out from Jakey D down there. Jakey's just feeding them up here on that roof, and the boys just pulling it over. So this is flying in, but obviously because of the slope of the roof, I mean, you can see that Ash is basically moonwalking. Waiting to update on this Whitehall Court project, and yeah, it's hard. You're obviously here, you've got this job to deal with, and you're focused on the other stuff there. But it's business, as I always say, it's business, and yeah, we've got to just keep grinding on through it, because listen, all other aspects of the business are going brilliant, but that job there is absolutely hammering me. And yeah, when you're chasing money as well, ignorant people for money, that on top of it all adds to a stressful time. But I'm sure for you lot, it's making good content and a good storyline, so we keep it moving.
We need to get this listed and get the gear in, because there's a lot of work done. Honestly, I just want to get this up now. I mean, the other thing is, I suppose, we'll be here, hopefully the drawing comes in a couple of days and we can just carry on, get everything done and get out.
No, exactly, 100%. Aaron said a 225 gap is okay, bro. He did say that to me.
It is okay.
Yeah.
And Lucas and Aaron not spoken the last
Maybe not,
hour.
no, I don't reckon so.
All right, let's wait for Aaron to get back.
So basically, Aaron said to me he's happy with a 225 gap as long as the handrail's 225 away as well.
Your first job in layer has to be a dead square building, 3-4 stories high, dead square, to get used to the system. Mate, your boys have got to be experienced to put a job up like that. Like, tell you what, right? The product costs you 2 to 3 times as much as tube and fitting.
Yeah.
Even though you're half your labour.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you don't know the system, it'll cost you 3 or 4 times as much.
Yeah. Yeah,
it's honestly, layer is excellent, but it is unbelievable for the right jobs.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you can see, like I see it from the Instagram post, like all them ties being put through it. So all that time you've saved on layer, it's taking longer to put them tubes through,
definitely.
all the braces and all the extra ties, than what it would have done to put it up in tube and fitting.
Yeah, 100%.
Do you know what I mean? It's just honestly, layer is wicked. It is so good on the right jobs, but that's why you mix it. You've got the hybrid between tube and fitting and layer, and you pick the right jobs for it.
So it's 18 metres by 24 lifts high. So it's about
48 metres high.
So it's going to be about 50 metres high, mate. By the time. I reckon I've probably done already 15 to 20 grand. I reckon on labour.
Another layer job comes in. Whoever's put that one up, put them on it. Don't keep mixing and matching the men round.
I basically said that we'll probably have to open a completely separate, like almost depot really for it. Like has two divisions. Yeah. Because otherwise you end up becoming a jack of all trades if you're trying to do it out of one. Do you know what I mean? It's no good.
You will not get that in your yard. Have you handed it over yet or not?
So we're now waiting on engineers and all. It's just been a nightmare because basically we couldn't get any drawings for the building. Because it's such an old building, so they couldn't get a design done. And we've got up to height, and there's three capillary things that we've got to get onto. But we're now waiting for the design for them. But we had to get it up to height for that top bit. We're still waiting on it now. So all the lads are doing at the minute is little snagging bits. It's just been a nightmare. And then now we've had to fall back on the snagging, and the boys are taking things out to put other components in to get the snagging done.
Hey, listen, another learning curve, mate, and that's That's what scaffolding is, I'm afraid to say, mate.
100%.
When you're around Townbridge Way again?
Whenever.
I'm not in on Monday, but I'm around Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday if you want to call in for a coffee, mate.
Yeah, 100%, mate. All over. Yeah, 100%.
Oh,
I mean, the only thing that will stop that is I might have jumped off the top of this scaffold before then, but hopefully.
No, mate, ain't worth it. Listen, ain't worth it, son.
No, top man. I appreciate it.
Well, let us know when you're around.
Yeah, good
we'll
man.
Meet up, mate.
Yeah,
Good to
top
see you,
man.
brother,
Nah,
yes?
Andrew, top man.
Right,
good
cheers,
man.
Joe.
Sweet brother,
Cheers,
top man.
mate.
Bye,
See you,
mate. Bye. So I think you're going to be in agreement that was an absolute carnage of a week. Only because of one job. I think we probably bitten off a little bit more than we could chew in terms of jumping into a project like this, using a system like that as a company for the first time. But listen, it is what it is. I think I'm very honest with the content that goes out. And one thing I do want to say is that Leia commercially have been absolutely spot on throughout the whole process. And there's a reason why. They are one of the best in their field. You know, the actual system itself, when it's been there, when there's been no hiccups, it's absolutely flown. And when the boys have been there, they were easily doing about 6 lifts a day, which in tube and fitting you're never going to do. I just think, like anything, it was the wrong project. Obviously you heard Lee there from GKR, a man who probably has the best scaffolding business in this country, has done some of the most ridiculous projects ever, and is a massive inspiration to me. But again, listen, I value myself as a person in business now. But are we too outside our comfort zone on this project at the minute? Probably. But listen, this is business. This is a business channel. And everything I've always said from the start, that I'll put things in here. You know, you've seen me take a bit of a grilling. You've seen me today, like, up against it. You've seen me in this episode really up against it, you know, and it is what it is. You know, we're learning. I'm sure on the socials, if you look at our Instagram, it looks like these boys are absolutely smashing it. And we are. Listen, we are doing very well. The business is doing very, very well, you know. We'll turn over millions this year. We'll probably profit not far off 7 figures. So the company is doing very well, but you know, we're still learning every day. I say that all the time. I'll never stop learning. As it stands now, we're right up against it on this project. We've got to pull it out the bag. We've got a very good client there that we don't want to upset because they've got lots of nice projects up and coming, and also they're good people, they're good payers. On the thing of payers, I'm still waiting for money. I've still got lots outstanding, but we have got money in the bank. So listen, it is what it is. This is business, and I don't think there's anyone really who puts it on the line on the socials like I do. But I do that because I know it's helping people, I'm motivating people, I'm inspiring people, and I'm making people take risks, you know, because if I can do it, then you can do it, and that's what this channel's all about. So I'm going to leave that there. Next week we've got an absolute belter. We should have the designs back this Friday. That means with all systems go, we're filming on Monday at Whitehall Court, and we've got to really pull it out the bag. The client's given us till Friday, but we want to have that done because we've got other projects starting. So yeah, we're right up against it. We've got an awful lot to do. It's been a massive learning curve, an expensive one. I've spent more on labour than I thought I would. I've spent more on traffic management than I thought I would. I've spent more on transport than I thought I would. But it is what it is, you know. There's always worse things going on in the world sometimes. As long as you learnt your lessons and you've taken note of what advice people give you, then it's not a waste of time, you know. But if you make the same mistakes again, then it's a waste of time. But yeah, listen, I'm going to leave the episode there. Hopefully the boys can get the snagging done tomorrow, and yeah, we are all systems go on Monday, ready to attack the spires, and we'll be into new realms of what will become our highest ever project. So yeah, we have got a lot to do. Next week's going to be a belter. I'm going to leave this one here. As always, thank you to every single person who likes, comments and is subscribed. If you haven't already, please do so, and we'll see you again next week for episode 64.